92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't even think the guy that's on the phone to do a second date update today should even want to get a hold of this girl that he wants us to call.
Why?
Well, his email said that she turned down free pizza. And anybody who turns down free pizza, in my opinion, is a communist.
Whoa!
That's right. Not even worth your time at all. Daryl, are you sure you still want to call this girl?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
still sure.
You realize she turned down delicious pizza, right?
I do realize that.
Sounds like you want to kick her out of the country as
Damn
well.
it, Daryl, I hate her so much. Tell us her name, first of all. What is her name?
Monica.
And how did you meet Monica?
We actually met on Tinder,
Oh,
Nice.
and I thought she was really cute, and we were chatting back and forth, and I thought everything was going great, and so I asked her out to dinner.
and you
Yeah.
guys went to dinner? Did you go to pizza?
No.
Oh,
No,
sorry. Didn't mean to bring up
man.
that sore subject again.
Jesus.
it's okay. We actually ended up going to a bar because she said that she already had eaten, and she suggested, why don't we just get some drinks? So that's what we did. We went to a bar, we grabbed some drinks.
I always think it's smarter to go straight to drinks on a first date. It's not as involved.
You loosen up. Right
Yeah,
away.
you loosen up, and you can bail after one drink if it turns out the whole situation's bad.
Yeah, that's true. The only issue was that I hadn't eaten anything,
So you got super hammered?
Oh, no.
but it was going so well, though. We were telling stories, but then I realized I was getting really tipsy, and I kind of got a little drunk, and I have no idea how I was coming off. So I'm thinking I got to get some food in me. So I suggested, well, why don't we come back to my place? We can just get a pizza and hang out some more there. And
That's what she dropped the hammer on you, huh?
right, yeah, she said no.
Turn down free pizza at your place. I am so fired up about this, Daryl. Do you think that she turned down the offer for free pizza because it was at your place?
Yeah.
And you didn't say, let's go to a place where they have pizza at a restaurant?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm hoping she didn't get the wrong message, but I mean, she helped me flag down a cab.
Well, that was nice.
Were you that drunk?
Well, I couldn't drive.
Yeah, but for her to help you flag down a cab, sounds like you were falling down and she had to drag you out there and like help you get in a car.
Well, no, not exactly. It was. I was conscious, but I just.
Were you able to walk straight, Daryl?
I think so.
If we were to ask your friends, would they say you have like a really bad history with drunk behavior? Do you get ridiculous? Do you take your pants off in public like Jubal?
No, nothing like that. I had no food in me at all.
How
So-
much of the date do you remember? I mean, do you remember all of your conversations? Because you say you don't know how you came off.
Earlier on, I remember everything, and just I'm remembering like pieces of it. I remember flagging down the cab and everything. And I remember when she said no to the pizza.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Who would forget that?
Daryl, was there a chemistry, like, were things really honestly going really well before you got wasted that you remember?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Things were going really well. We were connecting, and she loved my stories. Everything we're talking back and forth.
When I'm drunk, I think I'm telling great stories
Yeah,
there, too.
me too. I had a drunk guy the other night at a comedy show tell me the same story 3 times in a row.
And he was like, I'm killing it.
Yeah, and he thought he was doing a great job. Well, obviously you've tried to get a hold of her to go out again. Has she responded at all?
Well, I texted her that night saying sorry for being so tipsy, and thanking her. And she actually texted me right back. She, LOL'd and says no problem.
Okay.
But since then, I haven't been able to get a hold of her at all.
You haven't heard anything from her?
Really?
No.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get this pizza-hating Nazi on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Daryl is on the phone with us right now. He wants us to call a girl named Monica today. Daryl admittedly got a little too drunk on his first date with Monica. The only thing he really remembers is them having good conversation while they were out having drinks, and then him inviting her back to his place to have some pizza because he hadn't had anything to eat yet, and her saying no, and then helping him get into a cab. Daryl, I'm actually really excited for your second date update because it's kind of like Christmas morning for me. It's kind of like unwrapping a present to see what the hell you did when you were drunk. Every time after a night of drinking, you always wonder what exactly happened. Even if you remember everything going right, you're still like, I don't know, though. Something could have gone wrong, and you don't know until you actually talk to the person who was around you sober, and they can tell you if you did something weird.
It's like a fun case of amnesia.
Yeah. Are you ready to find out if you did something wrong?
I am, yeah.
Do you think that there's a possibility you could have, or do you think maybe she just couldn't be turned off by the fact that you got so drunk on your first date?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd like to just ask her if we could go on like a legit date and get some dinner and present myself as I truly am.
Before we make this phone call, do you need to take a shot of something to get your courage up?
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right, I'll call it right now. Here we go, man.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Monica, please?
Speaking.
Monica, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, how can I help you?
Do you know who this is?
Some type of a business? I guess, I don't know.
Yes, it is, sort of. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5 radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you, Monica, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Okay.
And he emailed our show asking if we could get you on the phone to find out why you won't call him back for a second date.
Who are we talking about?
His name is Daryl.
God.
He says that you guys went out and had a few drinks together. He maybe had more than a few drinks. And the last thing he remembers is you helping him get into a cab.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. And he says that he's been trying to get a hold of you because he'd love to see you again, but you have not been returning any of his texts or phone calls. That's why we're calling you. We're asking if he did something wrong on the date, and you don't want to see him again.
Well, yeah, honestly, guys, I really don't have time to talk about, like, the worst date of my life.
Whoa, wow, the worst date of your life. Can you just give us a little bit of information?
I mean, he said some stuff that I just can't get out of my mind, and that just let me know he's not for me.
Monica, do you have a few minutes to just tell us what he said so that we can tell him not to ever do that again to another female?
Yeah.
Okay. We were having drinks. We were bantering back and forth. We were telling stories about, our worst dates and things like that on Tinder. And it kind of turned into like a one-up thing, So I would say something and tell him about the guy that, tried to grope my butt. And then he would say something. And then I would go back. And I said one thing, and he told me something that is just disgusting. He told me that he had chlamydia.
What?
How did he get to chlamydia?
He told you like he currently has chlamydia?
Oh.
And not only that, he said he's had it like 3 times.
Wow.
Like, was it like a confession, or was it like he's trying?
Three different times.
Oh, no!
How did that come up? Did he just spit it out like that?
It was really weird. I think the alcohol had him, being a little bit more honest than he wanted to. So, he was telling me, and I told my story, and then he said, since he's been on Tinder, he's gotten chlamydia 3 times.
Oh, wow. All right, Monica.
That's awful.
Hey, completely understandable why you aren't calling him back and maybe don't want to see him again.
Can't get out of that one.
Yeah, once you tell somebody you have an STD on a first date, usually it doesn't end up very well.
Unless they've got it too. Really.
No wonder she said no to going home to pizza.
Yeah.
It was really weird because, I said, like, who still has sex without condoms, like in today's date? Who does that? And he said that he got a vasectomy so he could have sex and it would feel better. So he would rather have a disease than have kids.
And he also opened up to you that he had a vasectomy.
Oh, wow.
Monica, if you could say one thing to Daryl to help him date better, what would it be?
First, don't lead with that you've had chlamydia 3 times. Like, that's not okay on the first date. And then secondly, just slow your roll. Like, calm down.
Monica, you kind of already just told him that because Daryl is actually on the phone listening.
Listen, I don't remember saying that to you, okay? I just want to move forward with this, and, whatever happens in our past is in the past.
Whoa. Slow down. We are moving forward. As soon as I put you in the cab, you move forward from my life.
Just pretend I didn't say that, and I just want to move forward. I don't care what happens in your past. You don't have to tell me everything. I didn't mean to. I don't remember.
Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? Are you really trying to have a future with me when you've already admitted to having chlamydia 3 times?
All I'm saying is there's more to me than you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to have a legit date.
Like other STDs?
Oh my gosh, Daryl.
I'm so sorry that you think that this is going to go any further. I have to be completely honest with you. You're the reason I'm off Tinder to begin with. So I'm over it.
You drop Tinder after this date?
I'm completely done with it. Like, he was the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. He was like the stamp that closed everything up for me.
Daryl, why would you be so open about that?
I had an empty stomach.
That's not an excuse, Daryl.
Yeah, that stomach is ruining your life, man. It's making you get drunk on first dates. It's making you get chlamydia, all kinds of stuff. Monica, would you like to go out on a second date with Daryl? We will pay for
I
it.
think that I am very secure in my answer and saying hell no.
Yeah.
All right. Daryl, there you go, man. That's your answer. I'm sorry. No second date for you.
Yeah, all right.
Daryl, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, I mean, I know you're not technically okay, but I mean, mentally, are you all right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Are you going to,
Thanks, guys.
I mean, you realize that telling somebody that you have an STD on a first date could be a turnoff, right?
Yeah.
You sound kind of shocked still.
I realize that. But at least I don't have herpes.
Good point. You got something that can go away with some penicillin or whatever. You know what? I think we can all say that today.
Yeah.
At least we don't have herpes.
Sold out perspective.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Good 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their celebrity look-alike, right? You see it on Instagram all the time, people posting like, this is who I look like. I had a longtime girlfriend that said she looked like Giselle. No, she didn't.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I like how people pick their own. That's always good.
Nice try. Anyway, the guy on the phone today says he usually does pretty good in the dating department because he looks like Joe Manganiello. You know who that is?
Oh my God, yeah, I know who that is. Take your shirt off now, please.
I remember the name.
He's been in the Magic Mike movies.
Oh, yeah.
He was engaged, or I don't know if they ended up getting married to Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, they're married.
Yeah.
He's married to Sofia Vergara. So anyway, this guy says that he looks like him. I don't know if that does anything for anybody, but here you go. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How are you?
Good.
So do you actually look like Joe Manganiello, or you just think you do, and all your friends laugh at you behind your back?
I mean, they might laugh behind my back, but a lot of women tell me that I do look like him. So if they do laugh behind my back, well, I'm the one bringing home the babes.
The babes.
All right. So you're bringing home the babes, except for one who you want to call today for a second date update. What's her name?
Her name is April.
April. And did she say anything about your doppelganger?
Well, she didn't have to. It's on my dating profile.
Oh, God.
So do you have
did
pictures
not.
of him and of you on your profile, or just you, and you say you look like him?
Well, I have the pictures of him just so, so people know I'm not full of it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it
my
obviously
gosh.
impressed her because you guys went out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe that works on a dating profile.
Well, you put up a number of pictures, so, I put some pictures of him so they can see I'm not, So a lot of times people don't recognize just the name, but once they see this picture, they know who,
And then they're like, oh, okay, he does look like the guy from Magic Mike, so I'll go out with him because I really liked that movie. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not going to complain if that's the case.
yeah, whatever works for you, man. So what did you guys do when you went out?
We actually went to a comedy club. We had a good time.
Nice.
That's a good. Did you drink heavily, or did you guys keep it pretty mellow?
I had a few drinks, a couple of shots, and a beer or two, and she had her wine.
A typical comedy club.
Yeah. So overall, how do you think it went?
I thought everything went great. What I normally do is I take women to comedy clubs because the beauty of it is that the comics do all the job for you. They get them in a good mood. They get them laughing, and that's it. And then after that, most of the times, they're ready to put out.
All right.
And you don't have to do much work for it.
All right. So you take them to comedy clubs so they laugh and they're in a good mood, and most likely they will hook up with you after.
Well, yeah, because then the date went great and you did minimal effort.
And because they laugh, they're like, I'm with this guy. He must be funny because I've been laughing the whole time and you don't have to actually tell a joke.
Exactly. I mean, I created that whole date, that whole time. Whether it was me who made her laugh or not, it doesn't matter. It was the fact that they have a good time while being with me.
I'm not going to lie. You sound kind of slimy, man. Like, your whole goal of the date is to hook up at the end, and you have, like, a routine for all the women that you go out with.
But how is that slimy? Don't you go out on dates to try to hook up with somebody or meet somebody that you're going to eventually hook up with?
Yeah, but I go out on dates to get to know people, not for the end being of just getting naked with them that evening.
But we do get to know each other. That's part of it.
It just depends how well you get to know each other.
As long as you're honest and you're finding women who are also with the same goal.
That's the whole goal of dating, to eventually meet somebody you're going to be checking up with for a while.
That's true, man.
But it doesn't look like it worked out in this instance, right? Or did it?
No, it didn't really work out. At the end, all I got was a hug and a kiss. I mean, the only thing I can think of is perhaps I was being too smooth, and she's used to dating idiots. I mean, she said so herself.
Okay.
But you were too smooth is your analysis of the date.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could be that, or it could be that she's just not used to going out with somebody like me. I mean, like I said, I look like Joe Manganiello, and I do get a lot of attention. I mean, we're out, people are doing double takes, especially a lot of women. And then, of course, I look back at them. Maybe, she felt intimidated.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intimidated talking to you, honestly.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Is this unusual for you not to take a woman back to your place after a date?
It is. I mean, usually, at least, at the very minimum, if I don't take them back to my place, I get to second base or something.
Okay.
At the very minimum. But none of that happened. Like I said, it was a kiss on the cheek and a hug and a thank you, and there I am thinking I want my money back or something.
So do you want to call her to try to go out with her again, or do you want to ask for your money back?
No, I mean, I actually liked her, so I was, I've been texting her and calling her, but she's not returning my calls or texts.
Is it only because she denied you that you want to call her?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was definitely part of it, but I would love to go out with her again. After we had a great time, maybe we can do something else. I don't know, take her to the circus or something.
The circus?
The circus.
Another good mood date setter?
You enjoy taking people out to shows.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Kevin is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named April. They went out to a comedy club on their first date, and Kevin says that he likes to take girls to comedy clubs for dates because the comics do all the work for him, make her laugh, get her all in a good mood, and it usually seals the deal after.
Smart, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, you said you were probably too smooth on the date, and that could be one of the factors that turned her away. Have you ever thought that maybe you should drop all of that and just be yourself?
I don't understand the question. I mean, I am being myself. I'm just the way I am. I'm very smooth.
You can't help
I'm
it.
sorry, I don't mean to be a hater. My bad.
Hey, Casanova is in your genes, man. What are you going to do, right?
Exactly. I really don't think I'm doing something that is not normal. It's just the way I am. I mean, I have a great personality. What can I tell you?
It's so good that you have to go to comedy shows so that people can make your date laugh.
Right, because it's the smart way to do things.
All right.
It's easier.
I'm going to dial.
Smooth, not funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now, man. Here we go.
All right, great.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for April.
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, April, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thanks for asking. Are you familiar with the radio show?
No.
Oh. You're just this friendly to people normally?
I guess I'm just this friendly. Where are you calling from again?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I host a radio show.
Okay.
And we're calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Okay.
His name is Kevin.
Oh.
And Kevin emailed us because he said that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him, and he's confused.
Oh, okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's what it is. Kevin wanted us to call you and find out why you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very confused how you could turn down someone who looks exactly like Joe Manganiello.
How do you know that?
Because we talked to him, and he told us that a lot of people say he looks like Joe Manganiello, right? That's how you say it?
Yeah. You got it. You nailed it.
I guess he kind of does.
I actually figured that's why you went out with him. Like, he says he even puts it on his dating profile, which seemed like overkill to me, but...
Yeah, he was super cute. I just, I don't know.
Well, do you mind telling us why you're not calling him back? I mean, from his story, everything sounded cool. Like,
I don't know. It was just kind of embarrassing for me.
Really? He didn't describe anything that would have been embarrassing. Like,
well, the comedy show was kind of interesting.
was it funny or something?
No, the performers were funny. That was fine. I guess they kind of called him out at one point.
They called him out?
Yeah, like they called on him, because, sometimes performers do that. They pick on someone from the audience.
Yeah.
And they picked on him, and they were kind of like, you're here every week with a different girl. And
whoa!
No
They
way.
called him out for that?
yeah, and he just kind of laughed, and he didn't really say anything, and I just thought it was kind of odd.
Yeah, you're like,
man.
red flag.
Yeah.
Man.
You might not know this about me, April, but I do stand-up comedy too, and I've been in this situation where I've seen people in the audience with different girls or different guys, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so fun to call them out, and somebody actually did it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Dude, he must go a lot to have that done to him.
Yeah, he was like, this guy down in the front row, broad shoulders over here. And he was laughing, and he was like, oh, man, so where'd you get this one? Is this number 25?
Oh, man.
Whoa.
All right. So,
God, that must have made you feel like crap.
Yeah, pretty instantly. Crap.
Oh no.
I could see how that would be embarrassing for you.
It was just pretty embarrassing. I mean, what do you say? What are you supposed to do? I just kind of laughed and.
You can't come back from that.
Did you ever ask him about it while you guys were out?
Yeah, I didn't ask him in the club because, there are tons of people watching, so I didn't really say anything. But then when we were walking out, I kind of was like, hey, so, why, do you come here a lot? Why did he call on you? And he just kind of said, oh, yeah, that guy was joking around. They're just picking on me.
Yeah, right.
He didn't really answer, but he kind of made it seem like, I don't know, maybe he and the performer were friends. He just, he didn't go into it.
Of course they're friends. He's one of their best customers, obviously.
No kidding.
Yeah, so, I just felt really uncomfortable at that point, and I didn't really want to be date number 25. And
do you think if the comic hadn't said anything that you would have actually enjoyed yourself with him?
That's very possible. Yeah, I would say so.
Oh no.
Maybe. The show was good. It's easy to enjoy comedy performances. You don't really have to talk to the person you're on a date with.
Yeah, and you're in a great mood after, so the date seems awesome, and then you know.
Yeah, comedy shows are always pretty high energy, so.
Backfired. I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Well, April, I do want to let you know something. I want to let you know that Kevin is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Okay, sure, yeah.
No,
No.
seriously.
No, he's there.
April, he really is.
No, he's not. You're pulling my leg.
No, I promise. Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
There's Kevin.
Hi,
Oh,
April. Nice to hear your voice again.
oh, that's, yeah, okay.
Like I said when we started chatting, before we met up, you have the sweetest voice there is.
Oh my God.
Really?
man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I missed it.
What, Kevin? What is?
Kevin, what do you have to say for the comedian's comments during the date?
I mean, it was obviously a joke. I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of it. I mean, the guy said number 25. I mean, come on, that's an exaggeration. It's like that's what
But so
comics
you have
do in
brought other
jokes.
girls to this comedy club before then, even if it's not 25, right?
Well, to other places, not necessarily there. I mean, I like comedy, and you know that. I mean, comedians are paid to stress the truth, and and we're sitting front row. That's of course they're gonna pick on you.
I mean, okay, so yeah, like comedians stretch to the truth, but why? I mean, I asked you about it as we were walking out too, and you just kind of didn't say anything. So something makes me feel like you have been there a lot.
Like I told you, it was a joke. And look, April, the bottom line, in all seriousness, your laugh makes me so hot. So that is the truth.
No,
What did you say, Kevin?
I'm saying this seriously, and I mean it, April. Your laugh makes me so hot.
Oh my God, she's trying so hard not to laugh right now.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, it's the truth. You have a great smile, and it turns me on. And then, of course, you're beautiful, and you're hottie. So, and April, you just said yourself, if that comic hadn't gotten in the way, something might have happened between us. So, take it for the joke that it was.
I'm kind of glad that he did get in the way, though.
But there's part of you that kind of is curious, isn't there, April? I just feel like I will give him, he's kind of smooth.
The accent helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the accent helps.
April, look, it doesn't have to be a long-term thing. We can just go out again and have a good time, and, at least we'll have a great time together. You just gotta let yourself go and forget about what some comic at some comedy club said. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know if I feel comfortable going out with a guy again who is putting me on a radio show. I don't know about
and
that.
who's asking for a one-night stand.
I didn't offer her a one-night stand. I mean, her laugh is intoxicating, and I want to give that laugh options.
Oh, nice.
Man.
And I had to go through the radio show because I wouldn't stop thinking of you. And what normal guy would do that? Come on. Only somebody who really likes you and who really wants to, have something with you will go through all of this.
Oh, man.
Listen to that laugh. You see, do you guys hear what I'm hearing? Oh, my gosh. I cannot stop thinking about it.
Yeah, Kevin, April, you got to stop because your laugh is making me hot, too. I got to be honest.
No, don't say that.
I'm
April,
just getting uncomfortable.
Would you like to go out with Kevin again on a second date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
They did say he likes my laugh. Oh, man.
Hey, correction. I didn't say I like it. I said I love it.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, my goodness. Well.
April, I think you need to check it out. I think you should go out with him one more time.
I mean, all right. Oh, fine. Okay, yes. I'll give it another shot.
Oh, my God, Kevin.
All right.
I can't believe you pulled that off, dude.
Hey, what can I say? I told you I'm an exceptional man. Yeah. All I needed was to get back in touch with her, and I'm glad you guys helped me out.
And she will feel like an exceptional woman, I'm sure, by the end of the evening.
And that's an understatement, my friend.
You hear that, April?
I did.
You sound like you're actually excited to go out with him again.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be laughing a lot more.
You'll be making all kinds of sounds by the end of the night.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't understand why dating is so hard for people.
Why?
Especially now. I feel like the bar has been set so low that really all you need are three things to be successful in dating.
Really?
A pulse, a slight command of whatever language it is that you want to speak on your date,
Only slight,
and
huh?
some sort of currency or a working debit card so you can either pay or chip in for the date that you're on, and it should be successful, and you should get a second one.
There's already 2 or 3 people that are saying that's too much for
I know.
me.
They're like,
I
damn,
can't-
see what I mean? Dating is
Yeah.
so hard. And Aaron is on the phone right now. Unfortunately for him, his date didn't go very well either. What's up, Aaron? How are you?
Hey, Aaron. I'm all right.
Hey,
yeah,
Aaron.
So,
Aaron, are you talking to yourself or us?
I could probably guess why your date didn't go very well.
sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's okay.
Poor thing.
My name is not Aaron, but my middle name's Aaron, so we can go by that. How about that? So it's all good, Aaron. You didn't make a mistake there. Cool. All right.
Oh,
well,
my gosh.
let's get into it. Aaron, tell us a little bit about the girl you want to call today for a second date update.
So yeah, this is Melinda.
This is? Are you changing your name now, Aaron,
No, Jubal.
to Melinda?
Just give him a
No,
break.
I was
Leave him
saying
alone.
this girl is Melinda. My bad. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I met Melinda on Tinder a couple weeks ago, and we had a date last week, and it was a little strange, but it went. I thought it was a good date, and now I haven't heard anything back from her yet.
Okay. And how was it strange?
Well, first off, she had me pick her up, which isn't that bad, but when I got there to her house, her mom answered the door at first, so I was a little confused because, like, it looks like the person in the photos, but
Oh, you thought the mom was the Tinder date for a second.
yeah, so I kind of flubbed up in the beginning.
Oh, no.
By hitting on her mom?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was Melinda at first, so I just was like, oh, hey. And I was trying to be nice because I thought maybe, she had just changed the photo or photoshopped it or something. And I was like, well, you look nice.
So how long did you hit on her mom before you realized it wasn't her?
I mean, maybe 20, 30 seconds, not that long, you know?
Okay. And you look nice is a pretty innocent thing to say.
Yeah.
Does she live with her mom, or was her?
I mean, yeah, she lives with her mom, but
Okay.
she is really cute. And,
Wait, now I'm confused. The mom or Melinda?
well, actually, both of them a little bit, but mostly Melinda. She's definitely the cuter of the two, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so she's a little bit cuter than her mom, but you'd take either one.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to be clear. Like, it's Melinda that I'm interested in here, you know? I mean,
Okay. Got it.
when you guys talk to her, I want to make sure this is what I feel might have ruined the date in the first place, so I don't want to end up digging myself a deeper hole.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, when Melinda walked in and I realized that it was her mother I had been talking to begin with, I made a really bad joke.
What was the joke?
Oh, no.
Well, I looked at her mother and I said, you look so good, I might as well go out with you.
What did her mother say?
They just kind of looked at each other.
Oh, no, they didn't want
So it didn't go over like you thought it would.
No, I kind of laughed a little bit trying to break the ice, but it didn't really land.
Oh, man. So you really started off this date right.
Yeah, it wasn't the best start, but then we ended up going out. We saw a movie, and that was good because then I couldn't talk anymore.
Smart.
You're like, let's go somewhere where I don't have to say any words because I clearly keep digging myself in a hole.
Yeah, pretty much. It felt good not to have to talk.
God.
So once the movie was over and you had to engage her again in conversation, how did it go?
It was okay. I asked if she wanted to go get a drink after, but she said that her mom had been texting her and she had to go back home.
Okay. Was there a reason or details? Like, was it an emergency?
No, she just said that her mom was wondering where she was.
And you are over the age of 18, right?
What?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And she is, too?
Yeah.
All right. So her mom wanted her to come back home.
No,
And then-
she didn't say that. She just said that she was wondering where she was. I mean, I thought it was a little strange, too, you know? It's not the best exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's kind of apparent. I mean, you picked her up at her mom's house. She's on a date.
Yeah, I thought it was fishy, too. You know, I asked to see it, and she wouldn't show it to me.
You asked to see the text message?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You called her on the line?
Show
That's,
me.
yeah. I don't believe you for 1 second. Show me that text message. If not, I'm going to get drinks with me right now.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
that is a guy who is definitely struck out on Tinder before.
Yeah, I realized that was probably the end of it right there. But
Why do you want to call her again? I mean, everything about this date sounds horrible.
I mean, I had a good time with her.
At what point?
You did?
When you weren't talking?
Yeah, the movie was great.
Okay, so everything other than the movie was terrible.
Well, I mean, this is my second Tinder date, and the first one looked nothing like the picture. This one, at least, definitely was the right person. I mean, even her mom looked sort of like the person.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and that is a success in today's dating world. At least it was the right person. All right.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and just say you probably didn't kiss at the end of the date.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Everybody knows that the key to a woman's heart is through the mommy.
No.
That's right. Make the mommy like you, and the daughter's gonna like you too.
Oh.
You
Make
are
the mommy
so
feel
creepy.
good, and the daughter's gonna feel good too.
Why?
No. Oh, my God.
Talking about Aaron, who's on the phone to do a second date update right now. He made a very awkward joke about his date's mom, and he thinks that's the reason he's not getting a call back. If you missed the first part, he met a girl on Tinder, showed up at her house, and her mom answered the door. It took him a few minutes to figure out that her mom wasn't her, because he's like, well, I met her on Tinder, maybe the picture was different or something. Once he finally figured out that it was her mom, he then made the joke of, hey, you're pretty hot, I should probably take you out too. And they didn't find that very funny. So he ended up taking her to a movie, and then after the movie, she said she got a text message from her mom saying that she had to go, and then she left. And that's the last he's heard from her. And we're about to get her on the phone and find out if the mommy joke did him in.
Yeah.
Aaron, you ready to give her a call? Aaron?
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 Yeah, hey, I'm ready.
All right,
What are
Aaron.
you doing there, Aaron?
Well, I was just petting a cat.
Aaron, you have a real knack for making everything awkward in your life, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Just petting a cat, huh?
All right, Aaron.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Let's concentrate.
How do you not pet a cat?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. Cat's off my lap.
All
All right, good.
Hey.
I'm going to dial her
Cat-free.
phone number right now and find out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to dial the phone number. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Melinda, please?
This is Melinda.
Hey, Melinda, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
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 Are you familiar with the show?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Hi,
Awesome.
Melinda.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, cool.
Oh, hi. Wow, hi, everyone.
Yeah,
Everybody
we're-
is
we're
here.
all here.
We don't normally do these phone calls where people actually know who we are. Usually they're always confused.
I'm still confused. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Any idea why we might be calling you today?
Is it a prank thing?
No, that would be a really bad prank at this point.
Yeah. No.
I guess that's true.
Congratulations, Melinda. You're about to star in a second date update.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know who would have emailed us?
There's two options. I went out recently with a guy named Aaron, and then I went out with a guy named Mike.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm sad for you that you have multiple options for this.
No, you're
Well-
horrible. Don't ever be single.
Out of those 2 dates, which one do you think would email a radio show to call you? Aaron or Mike?
Ooh, it's still difficult.
Wow.
I'm guessing Aaron?
Congratulations!
Man, she
You
is on
guessed
fire.
correctly. Aaron emailed us and told us about your date and wanted us to get you on the phone and ask why you're not calling him back.
And he seems like one of the most awkward people ever.
He's quite special. Like he's oh god, he's a very special guy. Like he's not like my special guy, but it was a bit of a weird date.
Okay. I mean, even his recap of the date sounded kind of weird.
Oh, what's his take on it?
His take on it was that he showed up to your house, and I guess your mom was there. You live with your mom or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And at first he thought your mom was you.
Yeah.
Which is,
So
I
he
mean,
told us about that.
an innocent mistake.
Yeah, and then he told us about the awkward joke that he made about, hey, you're kind of cute. Maybe I should take you out, too, to your mother.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, you're laughing now, but he said that it was dead silence from both of you when he told the joke.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm laughing now because it's so cringeworthy. The first 10 seconds of your Tinder date, and he's hitting on your mom. Like,
And did you know he was joking with that, or did you think he was serious?
he didn't really make it that clear. Like he was like. We all hoped he was joking, but like that's why we weren't laughing.
All right. So all that happens, he kind of hits on your mom in front of you, and it's awkward, but you still decided to go out to the movies with him. Why?
I thought I'd give him a chance. He didn't seem like a mean guy. He was just really awkward.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not even the weirdest thing that he did.
It's not.
Really?
He upped himself.
Yes, he stepped up the game. We were standing in line at the movie theater, and he was so nervous that he turned around and he said, you know, like that comment that I made about your mom, I didn't really mean it. And I said, I know, I don't want to talk about it ever again. And he was like, no, like you're my type. And I said, thank you, like I get it. And he takes out his wallet. He's like, no, I'm going to prove it to you. Like you're really, really my type. And from his wallet, he takes this folded, like torn out paper from a magazine, and it's like super worn, like so it's been there for a while.
Okay.
And he unfolds it, and it's a picture of like a model in a wedding dress.
What?
And he goes, see, like she even looks a little like you. Like this is like my perfect chick.
What?
Wait.
From the magazine?
He pulled out a wedding picture of a girl in a bridal gown and said, you're my type because you look like this woman?
Yeah, no, he said, like, this is my perfect chick. You even kind of look like her. I always carried her with me to, like, remind me of what I'm after. And
whoa. What did you say?
Yeah.
I was speechless.
Excuse me, I have something to say. Excuse me, I have something to say.
Okay, Aaron, we'll get to you now, I guess.
What?
Oh, Melinda, that's Aaron. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and if you couldn't hear me over all your chuckling, I have something to say. You know,
okay.
I don't normally show that to people. I just pulled it out because I felt like I had messed up so bad with your mom and you, and, you know, I wanted to show that, you know, I wasn't interested in your mom.
Whoa.
Is this for real? Is this really happening?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I was trying to flatter you.
How did you think that would be good? Like that would work?
No, like I said, that's a picture of my perfect chick, and, you know, you look like her, and you're my type, not your mom.
That is like one of the worst ways I've ever had someone do that.
Aaron, do you not get that, like, I don't know, seeing anything in a wedding dress on a first date that's already going pretty poorly is going to maybe backfire?
Well, I mean, the wedding dress isn't what's important. That's just a happenstance, you know? I mean, the point is, that's like the perfect girl for me, and Melinda sort of looks like her, and that's the point.
Okay.
That is so weird, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So now you guys know why I didn't call him back.
No, I still don't get it. I think that was a very nice compliment.
Jubal loves when you
Yeah.
pull out wedding scrapbook material.
How long have you had this picture in your wallet, Aaron?
It's like 3 years.
Dude, Aaron! And not to mention, I mean, the wedding dress aside, okay, even if that's not the point, you're basing your ideal woman on a picture of someone. That's also, like, kind of shallow, man.
Jeez, guys. I thought you were going to be on my side. I mean, it's just a photo in a magazine.
A creepy photo that you showed me, like, on our first date. What?
Well, I wouldn't have had to show you the photo if I hadn't accidentally asked your mom out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, if that wouldn't have happened, you would have never known that photo was in his wallet.
I guess it's good that I knew early on, so thank you. That's great. That's good.
Aaron, I mean, I guess you have good intentions, but it sounds like nothing went right on this date.
No, well, you guys are forgetting about how great the movie was.
That's true.
Oh, right.
You did say earlier that you really liked the movie you guys saw. Well, in that case,
Oh, my God.
Melinda, would you like to go out with Aaron one more time? We will pay for a second.
No.
You didn't even let me finish.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it.
No, I'm
No?
good. Thanks.
You are his dream girl, you know.
Actually, she isn't really my dream girl. My dream girl is in the photo for the magazine in my wall.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
You kind of
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
a definite no on
look
that
like
date,
his dream girl. All right, well.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. That's probably the creepiest thing I've ever heard about today's second date update. That was taped when Brooke was here. Brooke is out on maternity leave and Jackie is filling in. But Aaron wanted to call this dude named Melinda. He thought that she wasn't calling him back because he had talked a little too much about how her mom was hot because he picked her up from her house and her mom answered the door. But that wasn't what the reason was. The reason was because in his wallet, he kept a picture of a beautiful woman in a wedding dress.
Yes.
And he kept showing it to her and talking about it because that's his dream girl. And he said that she reminds him of his dream girl.
Yeah, kind of looks.
That is super creepy.
See, I get it though. I don't think it's creepy. I think his intentions were good. It's cute. I think it's romantic. But the way he brought it out and admitted that he holds it all the time with him, that's, I think, is what gets to the creepy part.
Well, and I think, everybody does have that image in their mind of who they're into, but that doesn't mean we make little paper, collages.
Yeah.
Okay? That's when you kind of cross over into creepy.
If he keeps that in his wallet, I'd hate to see his wall at home,
Right?
his shrine to whoever this woman is. All right, remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Lincoln South Food Hall in Bellevue. Fitness for foodies. From carb-loving meat eaters to vegan and everything in between, we've got you covered. Grab a quick lunch or come for happy hour. You'll leave craving more. Order online at LincolnSFH.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
When you go out on a first date with somebody, you never know if there's somebody else with you on that date.
What?
There could be somebody watching the entire time.
Wait, someone that's not actually on the date with you?
Or they could technically kind of be on the date.
I don't get it.
Now that you're thoroughly confused, let's talk to Taryn, who was on a date that she wasn't really invited to.
What?
Still don't get
It'll make sense. Taryn, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Oh my God, Taryn, you just sound like a stalker right now.
Really?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, that's what all stalkers say.
This might actually be the first time we're doing a second date update like this, Taryn. I'll go ahead and let you tell the story.
So I'm a waitress at an Italian restaurant, and I was serving a guy who was on a date with someone else. He is really, really nice. He was very sweet and, cool, calm, collected. And she was like a wannabe Kardashian. She was really rude. She was rude to me. She was snobby to him and everyone else around. And I'm kind of interested in him.
Oh, my God.
See? So
Wait,
you kind of
hold
were on the date. You never think about that, but your server is actually on your date, too. They're experiencing some things with you.
True.
Honestly, I felt bad for him because he was being very nice to her while she would just go
on and on about herself. Anytime I came by or even walked by, she was talking about herself, talking about how amazing she is, talking about the men that she has, like, messaging her and texting her, and it sounded like she's trying to make him jealous. She even at one point said to him, she's like, I almost didn't go out with you. Like, I wasn't sure if you were good enough for me.
Whoa, she actually said that?
She said that?
Come on.
I'm serious.
And
what was his
Yeah,
reaction?
could you see his reaction?
He just kind of chuckled, and he was like, he's like, I hope you're having a good time. And she's like, oh, yeah, I totally am. And
God, this must be one of the best things about being a waitress is being able to eavesdrop on everybody's dates. I mean, and get your own dates off of the whole thing, too. But
I mean, it does kind of help. I mean, you get to meet a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
I used to wait tables a lot, and I would love it when like you get a couple who was in an argument. It was so fun to experience the awkwardness of going up to their table. I know they weren't in an argument, but still, she was being pretty crappy to him, it sounds like.
Yeah, she just talked about herself the whole time. She's very, extremely high maintenance and selfish.
Did you have any interaction with him?
I did. She at one point got up to go to the bathroom, so I kind of saw that as my moment to kind of go in and just make sure, I wasn't being creepy of like, hey, how are things going? Like with her, it was, is everything okay? How's dinner? Any drinks? And just kind of letting him know that I was there, supportive, trying to be low-key about it.
Okay.
All right. And did he seem interested?
I don't know, I just didn't want to do anything to jeopardize my job.
Of course.
Like tell her off and be like, you get out of here.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He is a sweet man, and you're being an a-hole.
That'd be so amazing.
That would be awesome, actually.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I just told my manager, you have to leave. How did you get his phone number?
Well, his number was in the reservations book.
Okay, now, wait, I'm going to stop you because now you're the one that's being a little sketchy.
Well, no, I'm not asking him to go out. I just want to know if he's even interested.
Do you think he'll even remember you?
Well, that's where I'm kind of hoping you guys can help me out to see if he does.
Yeah. We'll probably have to jog his memory with the actual date he was on. So other than a wannabe Kardashian, how could I describe her when we call him?
She was short, for sure.
Okay.
She had long blonde hair, but it wasn't all real. She obviously had extensions.
Okay.
The color didn't match perfectly, but it was blonde.
All right.
She had like a really tight green dress, but it didn't fit the restaurant. It was kind of tacky. It was a little trashy looking.
Okay.
Like,
So I'm going to say, hey, do you remember going out with a chick with really bad extensions and a tacky green dress at an Italian restaurant? He might remember that, actually.
I think it's a better description.
Did he say anything to you when he left? Like, you guys flirt at all?
I'm not really sure. Like, I thanked them. I told them to have a great night, and he was like, thank you. You too. Thanks so much. So it was, he made eye contact with me. Not everyone does that, so.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe he's into you.
I know that this isn't the traditional way of doing things, but I figure give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and see if we can get you a date in sort of a second date update.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we'll do it next. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, today's second date update is a little different. Taryn is on the phone, and she wants to call a dude. I don't do we even know his... Hey, Taryn, do we even know his name?
Yeah, it's Steve. It was in the book.
Okay, Steve. So his name's Steve. Taryn was actually the waitress when Steve was on a date with another girl, and Taryn witnessed the other girl being kind of terrible to Steve. So after they left, she actually got his number from the reservation book and wants to call him and ask him out herself. So it's sort of a second date update since she was kind of on their date because she was the waitress, but not really. So this is going to be an interesting phone call for Steve.
Now, what do you want us to say if he's totally creeped out that his waitress stole his number from the reservations book?
I feel like he's cool enough to just go with it and kind of feel it out and see where it goes.
Yeah, you think that, but you don't know him.
Yeah, he's like, where's your manager?
You didn't really have any conversations together.
Well, I guess if it doesn't go well, then I can just lie and say he forgot something at the restaurant or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Produce an umbrella out of somewhere.
We'll see if we can figure out a lie for you if it doesn't work, but I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Steve?
Yes, who's this?
Steve, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it before?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay. Sweet. You ever listen?
Sometimes.
You ever hear of a second date update before?
Not sure. Why are you calling me?
You went out to an Italian place a little bit ago with a girl in a green dress, blonde girl, short.
Naomi?
I don't know if that's her name. I just was given the description. Is that her name? Naomi? That's who you went out with?
Yeah, that's her name, but I'm confused because we have another date lined up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. Won't make sense to you. But she's not the one who wanted us to call you.
Okay. I'm confused. I don't get what's happening.
So when you went out with that Naomi girl, your server actually noticed you and thought that you were really cute and wanted us to call you.
Okay.
Do you remember her?
Do you remember her? That was a good laugh.
Kind of.
What'd you think of her?
She was professional. She was nice.
I don't think she was very professional. I would argue with that. Did you think she was maybe cute?
I think so. I don't really remember. I was on a date, so I wasn't really paying attention to those.
Oh, you're one of those guys who pays attention to your date and isn't lusting after the waitress the whole time. Whatever. Yeah.
I guess I don't really get what the point of this is. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Well, I'll just tell you, okay? So, Taryn, that's the name of your waitress that night. She thought you were attractive, and she wanted to meet you.
Like outside of the restaurant?
Yeah, like romantically.
Okay.
And she's actually on the phone right now listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
She's on the phone now?
Hey, Steve. It's Taryn. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
This is weird.
I know it's super weird. I just wanted to get in contact with you. I wanted to reach out, so this is kind of the only way I could think of doing it.
Oh my God, awkward.
Do you remember me for real, or are you just saying that?
No, I remember you.
Okay. I just saw like the whole interaction between you and your date that night, and you just seemed like a really sweet and nice guy, and the way that she was acting, I feel like you're way too good for her, and you deserve somebody who isn't completely high maintenance and into themselves 24/7.
Whoa.
Whoa, you were really paying attention, huh?
I mean, yeah, it was, you guys were one of my tables that I was taking care of, but it wasn't hard. I mean, you couldn't really ignore it. She was pretty loud about a lot of the things, especially when, like, her food came out, her pasta came out, and she sent it back twice because the first time it was too salty, and then the second time it wasn't salty enough. It's just, it's like she finds reasons to be difficult.
Maybe she has, like, a diet thing with the pasta. I mean, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I think she's just particular about certain things like that.
About certain things?
So wait, did you enjoy your date with Naomi, Steve?
Yeah, a lot.
Well, you said you had another date set up, right?
Yeah, we're hanging out next week.
You're going out with her again after that whole debacle?
Debacle? I mean, it was a first date, so I thought it went pretty well. I mean, it's not going to be perfect for a first date.
I mean, okay, like I don't know you or anything, but just from what I saw and what I do know of that time is that you're really nice, and no one should be treated the way that she was treating you through that entire dinner. You deserve way better than that.
Well, thank you, but I think that you were just seeing it in a different way. She's a nice person. She is.
Really? Yeah, Taryn, I thought you were going to stay away from talking about his date.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I mean, she in the middle of this whole thing yelled out at him, "Aren't you gay?" Like, what? What do you see in this person?
Whoa.
No, I mean, I dress really well. People make that mistake sometimes, so.
So you're
nice, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't offended.
She doesn't sound like she was very nice to you.
she's sassy. She's like a big personality. She's harmless.
She has a big personality. She's super into herself. And I know that I'm maybe stepping over my boundaries here, but I feel like somebody's got to step in and be like, you got to wake up, man. Like, she is not right for you. She is not a good person, and you deserve so much more than that, like 100% more than that.
Thank you for saying that.
So wait, I'm confused. Does that ring true for you, Steve? Or is Taryn just coming off like she's attacking your date and being kind of crazy?
No, as I said, she has a big personality. I could see why someone would see that, but I'm kind of more of like a easygoing, laid-back kind of guy, so I'm kind of attracted to that in Naomi, I guess. So,
I mean, I can understand on some level of like opposites attract, but you don't need to be completely put down by the other person. I really think that you're a nice, sweet guy. You're really attractive. I don't understand what you see in someone like her who is completely selfish and into themselves only. And I wanted to do this super weird thing. I know it's like completely different, but I just wanted to give it a shot and see if you wanted to go out with me.
Yeah, Steve, would you like to go out with Taryn on a first date? It's kind of a second date because you didn't even know you were being watched while you were on your date. But would you like to go out with Taryn on a date? We'll pay for it.
I mean, I will say, if you're into big personalities, Taryn's obviously one too, because she called the radio station, stole your number, and here we are.
Hey, don't compare me to the other girl. We are nothing alike.
I'm just trying to help you. He likes the other girl, even though you don't, Taryn.
well, I mean, we've only gone on one date, and we're not exclusive or anything, so I would be open to a first date.
So yes?
Okay.
Is that a yes?
I mean, as long as it's okay with her that I'm still going to be seeing Naomi, then I'm down.
Okay. Well, Taryn, now you have a battle on your hands. So you want to see if you can win Steve's heart from Naomi.
How about we leave it at you go out on your date with her, and if you do so happen to change your mind, I'll leave my phone number with the station here, and you can call them and get my number.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Steve, if you go out with, the girl you were originally on a date with, Naomi, if you go out with her and she's a which is what Taryn says, then you can call us and we'll give you Taryn's number and you can go out with Taryn.
Okay.
Steve, you know what? Go out with her one more time because I think that's all it's going to take for you to open your eyes and realize that she is not right for you.
Oh, okay. Confident.
All right.
Wow. All right. You are fiery, aren't you?
Yeah. Now all of a sudden you're interested, Steve. Well, we'll have Taryn's number here if you want to call us, all right?
Okay. I'll see how this goes, I guess.
Okay, I'll be waiting for that phone call of you telling me, I told you so.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was a second date update from a while ago, and every once in a while we get second date updates that are so popular that we have to check back in and see what happened. And right now, Taryn and Steve are actually on the phone because we were able to get an update from them. What's up, guys? How are you?
Hey.
Hey, good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, my God.
So, Taryn, you're pregnant? Is that the update?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It didn't go that direction. It
Okay.
went a little differently.
All right. Yeah, this was one of the more popular second date updates that we've had, and a lot of people have been wondering if Steve did reach out to us to get your number, and unless I'm wrong, I don't think we actually heard from him. So what's going on?
Well, so there was something I didn't quite think about when I wanted to do this second date update. I didn't think about the fact that Naomi may actually hear this on the radio.
Oh, my gosh. I never thought about that either.
What?
The girl that he was going out with and the girl he was out with the night that you met him when you were waiting on his table.
Yeah, Naomi heard.
So she heard it. Oh, man, Steve, did she just yell at you for like weeks after that?
Yeah, I had no idea that she heard it. This is all totally news to me. I had no idea.
Wait, you're just finding that out now?
No, I found out a little bit later. I'm going to let Taryn explain this one because she lived it. I just heard about it.
Lived it. Okay, what did you live, Taryn?
So Naomi actually came to my work and confronted me.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. She kind of knows where I work. So,
And by the way, I had no idea that she heard it, and I had no idea that she was going to go and do that. So,
wow.
It's kind of crazy, yeah.
So what did she do?
So she came in and basically she wanted to talk.
Okay.
So we sat down in like a closed section of the restaurant and She just kind of said how she's kind of upset. She kind of felt like I was stealing her guy. Like hearing that on the radio was a little embarrassing for her.
Right, and you kind of trash talked her when you were on the show with us. I mean, you
Was she as horrible then as you saw her on the date? You called her a terrible person.
To be honest, I was a little embarrassed because I didn't think that she would A, hear it, and B, confront me at work. So heard her out. We kind of talked through it. And, I mean, we started laughing, and it was like we're both on the same page of, you know, okay, this is kind of funny, weird circumstance, and we're kind of really close friends now.
Oh.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Okay, so you guys are homies. Is she dating Steve?
Or is anybody dating Steve?
Yeah, what's up with you, Steve?
You know, after Naomi and I kind of stopped talking and she basically dumped me, I asked Karen out, but she gave me the no. So.
Oh, really?
And just at that point, Naomi and I had become really good friends, and it's kind of girl code that you just don't date a guy that your girlfriend dated. So
you got pushed down.
So you actually lost your date, and then now Taryn and Naomi are kind of dating, sort of. I mean, you're friends now.
The really wild thing is that I had no idea. So I was on Instagram and I saw a picture of the two of them like on like a friend date, and I'm like, what the heck are those two doing?
That's funny.
It turned out we had a lot in common.
So you like each
Wow.
other.
Okay. So you and Naomi BFFs,
Congrats.
and Steve, you're still single.
Yeah, I have a few, things on the back burner.
Yeah, you're still single, in other words.
Yeah, friend zone.
Yeah, you've been friend zoned by them. Do you guys still talk, all three of you, or?
No, we're not. We don't really talk, any of us. I mean, those two talk. I'm not me.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but I would be down to hang with the girls for a little reunion if you girls are.
Oh! Triple date.
I don't.
I think that's a no. Sorry, Steve. Now you've been.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today did something very daring that we don't hear a lot about anymore. He says that he went out on a blind date with somebody.
Like a real blind date, or like
That's what his email said. It said a real blind date.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how that happens anymore, how you don't, like, Jason, you didn't look up this person online or anything before you went out?
No, I didn't even know her last name, so there was no way to really...
Whoa.
Yeah, I just knew her name was Lauren. And...
Oh, so her first name's Lauren. Dude, I would have searched every Lauren within the 300-mile radius online.
Well, you must have really trusted whoever set you guys up.
Well, I didn't really know it was my coworker's sister.
What?
I mean, the coworker I love, my coworker John is a great guy. I mean, I trust him, so I'm sure his sister,
Oh, wait, his sister set you up, or his sister is Lauren that you went out with?
No, his sister set me up with Lauren.
Okay, you're right, Jubal. He is nuts.
Yeah, that's a weird way to get set up. Like, how did that happen?
I was just talking to my coworker one day, and, he sort of knew I was doing the online dating thing, and he said his sister has, like, a ton of girlfriends. Why don't we just talk to her and maybe set something up? So I was like, all right, I'll let you do that. Literally the next day, he gave me Lauren's phone number.
Wow, his sister is efficient.
Yeah, very efficient. And so then literally that day, I texted Lauren and scheduled a date for the next night.
Wow, so what was it like when you showed up?
Oh, it was actually...
Confusing? I think it'd be confusing first.
Are you Lauren? Wait, are you Lauren? Who's Lauren?
My coworker gave me a description of what she looked like. He said that she sort of looked like if Taylor Swift had like an older sister or something. Which obviously for me, I was like, that's great,
Yeah, he gave you a description of a generic white girl, like easy to find in a bar.
Look for a blonde white chick.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good description. I knew what they meant, basically.
Okay.
Okay. And how did the actual date go? Did you guys hit it off?
Oh, yeah, right away. It was awesome. There were, I mean, a few weird things, I guess, but it's just like first date jitters, probably.
Just like awkward pauses, or what do you mean by weird things?
Well, I don't know. I asked her if she had any, like, dietary constrictions and everything, and she just said no, she eats everything, which was kind of, I don't know, kind of a red flag for me personally.
Wait, what? Really?
You want somebody who's a little more high maintenance to deal with at restaurants. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying I care about where my food comes from, and I'm sort of looking for somebody with the same mentality as that.
Wait, did you tell her that?
Tell her what?
That you're looking for somebody who cares about where their food came from.
Oh, no, of course. I mean, I didn't tell her that. I just told her that that's how I feel about it. I didn't push that on her. I just said that, you know, I'm very conscious of what I eat. I told her I don't really eat any cheese at all, and if I am going to eat meat, I make sure I know that it's grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, all that.
You know the name of the cow, the person.
I mean, not that far, you know, but you want to know. I mean, it's really important. And I got in a long conversation with our waiter about this, like, vegetable ratatouille, and I had a conversation with him about all the vegetables that were in it, making sure, like, which farms it came from.
Oh, man. As a former server, that gets annoying.
Yeah.
As a woman who eats everything, also annoying. Like, this has to be the reason
How is
she's not...
How is that annoying?
Well,
As a
because-
dude who had an ex-girlfriend that used to do the same thing, also annoying.
Yeah.
All of us are in agreement. That is
I don't think that's annoying. I think it's like kind of should be respected. And
No, it's
No,
just like,
but,
okay.
and that's the thing. You're pretentious about it because
Yeah.
not only do you think it's not annoying, but you think it should be respected. Like
that's the only way there's going to be any change in the food industry is if people like me who ask questions and care.
That's understandable, I guess.
okay, but maybe
Yeah.
not like pushing it on a blind date.
That's my own personal, like, I live on that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So
Well, did she seem bothered by the million questions that you had for the server?
not that I could pick up. No, I mean,
Okay.
So everything on the date seemed fine for the most part.
yeah.
That was not a very convincing yeah.
So after she knew that I was a health nut, she did order lasagna,
Uh-huh.
which is kind of like, ugh, you know.
Come on.
What?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Did you judge her for her food
I
order?
did not say anything. No, I didn't say anything. But
Did your face say
Yeah.
everything? Did your face say it?
I mean, there's so much cheese in that. I mean, just imagine,
Right.
imagine what's happening afterwards. You know.
Oh, like
Oh,
digest-
yeah.
you
Well,
guys-
or what's not happening, depending on how your body reacts to it, right?
Some people's bodies
Yeah,
process cheese great. I can eat a block of cheese and have zero issues.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
That can't be.
It's true. It's really true. I still drink milk as a grown adult with dinner.
That's so disgusting. That is awful to say.
Yeah.
Dinner with
Okay.
is grotesque.
Well, Jason, do you feel like she knew that you were judging her for her food choice?
I don't know. When the waiter came over and she said, "Yeah, I'll order the lasagna," there was like a laugh. I had a laugh. I was like, "Huh," you know, just sort of like out of surprise.
Oh.
That was it, though. That was it.
Well, you're surprised that she's not calling you back after your date.
Yeah, I mean, I made sure I tipped really well because I know I can be, you know, I realize that I'm kind of a pain, you know,
That's
with
good.
the questions and stuff, so I tip well.
Okay.
The other red flag was we were getting ready to leave, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, I have to go. My Uber is already here." And I didn't even know that she had called an Uber.
Oh.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's not a good sign
that's
at all.
Definitely a bad sign.
Sneaking out.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. It obviously didn't end well for her.
Yeah.
If she's going to just leave like that.
Something happened.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're looking into it a little too much. I am curious, though, why she hasn't responded to any of my texts or calls.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Jason is on the phone, and Jason might be the most positive person ever.
Yeah.
Because he went out on a date with a woman named Lauren. He sort of asked a million questions to the server because he's very particular about what he eats. He then quietly judged her because she ordered lasagna, and even not so quietly because at one point When she ordered it, he laughed at her. And she ordered an Uber when he didn't even know she was ready to leave and just took off. But he still thinks the date went good. Jason, are you ready to give her a call?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I gotta
Even
say,
with that recap, you're still positive.
I mean, the way you paint the picture,
Uh-huh.
you paint it with some ugly colors, but that's not how I remember it.
Not a good
Okay.
and I do got to give you credit, Jason, because we came down hard on you when you told us about how you like to eat. How would you describe your eating habits?
I would say smart.
Okay, you said smart, we said high maintenance, but the thing is that you were okay with that. You're self-aware, and I think we can convince her to see past it all.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Okay.
Okay, optimistic.
All right, well, let's give her a call and see if that is the problem. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Hello?
Hi, is this Lauren?
Yeah, this is her.
Lauren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you guys are.
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning is a radio show that is on the radio, and we have some people that listen to it on the aforementioned radio devices.
Okay. I'm okay.
Okay, so now you know who we are.
Yeah, I guess I technically know what you do, but why are you calling me?
That's a good question, too.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, you want an answer to that? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. Is there some? Do I need to give you what's happening?
No, I'll go ahead and tell you. I just wasn't sure if we were all clear on everything. I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and recently you went out with a dude named Jason.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jason listens to our show, and so he emailed us wondering why you haven't texted him back after you guys went out to dinner.
He seriously did that? That's real? This is real?
Yeah, I don't
bet
know how I
you
would have had that information and your phone number to randomly call you up.
I think she was hoping that you were going to say it's not real.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys want from me. I don't know.
We just want you to tell us why you're not calling him back. Like, was the date really bad? Because, listen, he recapped it for us, and to me, it sounded like it was a terrible date for you.
Yeah, it was a little crazy, his whole situation that he's got going on.
Like his food stuff. That's what you're talking about, right? Because when he told us like how particular he was about food and knowing where it came from and judging other people's eating habits, we all told him it's too much, man.
Yeah, he's a little OCD about that, and with the notebook and everything, it's insane to me.
What's the
notebook? Oh, does he track his food?
It's a little more than that.
He didn't mention a notebook to us.
No, not at all.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Well, he left that out.
What's the notebook?
What's in it?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking about this on the radio. So halfway through dinner, he gets up, goes up to the bathroom, and then he comes back, and he pulls out this little black note, like how journalists, in movies write, they're like, oh, let me write this down, and they're writing it down. Yeah, he pulls that out of his pocket, and this tiny little pencil. Then he pulls out his phone. He tells me to hold on, and he starts writing in his notebook. He's looking at the sky, looking at his phone, he's very contemplative. What? And I was like, are you writing things about me?
Yeah, weird.
And he told me that part of his dietary regimen is writing down his bowel movements immediately after they happen.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm being dead serious. And
poop tracker.
So he takes a photo of them too, which is why he's on his phone.
No!
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
So that's why he was looking at his phone and at his notebook.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was writing down the color of it, the consistency.
Oh my God, that's so gross, man.
He did all of this at the table. He didn't do it in the bathroom. He came back and pulled out the notebook.
Oh my God.
After sitting down with me.
What did you say?
I didn't really say much. I was just speechless. I had no idea what to say to somebody
that was that weird. Like,
And
that's
wait,
so weird.
Just to clarify, it's not because he has like some sort of disease or IBS syndrome or
No, he just said that he wants to make sure that he's healthy, and it's about his health.
And so he just tracks every single poo and keeps a log of it.
And that was it for me. I was like, okay, I got to get out of this, because he was already kind of rude when we ordered food. Yeah. And I just immediately ordered the Uber, like, after we were done eating, and I just like got out of there as quickly as I could.
Oh my God. I do not blame you. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does,
man.
Lauren, except I know one person who probably would blame you, and that's Jason, because he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh my.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Jason?
Hey, Lauren.
What? You just come in all casual?
Oh God.
Yeah, nice to talk to you again, Lauren.
Oh.
Dude, what is up with the poop book, man?
Dude, why didn't you tell us about a poop journal?
What do you? None of you guys do that.
What? No.
No. I don't keep a log of it. I might take a peek once in a while to see if it's looking okay, but I don't like write it down in a book at the table.
One of you has to, at least take pictures of your poo. I mean, you have
my
to.
God. You are so gross, dude.
You're making it seem like I'm like this weird freak about poop and everything, but all I'm doing is watching out for my health, which everyone should be doing. All of you should be doing right now. But
Okay.
I guess I'm the only one around here that cares. And
No,
I feel sorry for you all.
I care about my health, and fine. I glance a little bit to make sure I'm
not
good.
with the amount of lasagna you eat.
Listen, dude. Okay, I don't care that I eat lasagna. Lasagna is delicious.
What'd you have this morning?
Okay,
More
can
cheese?
you listen to me for a second? You're being rude. Okay, this is so
I'm just
weird
saying,
to eat at the
watch
table.
the amount of dairy you eat. It's not good for you.
Jason.
Your body can't process that stuff.
Jason, listen. If
I'm
you want to do that, pull out your notebook in the bathroom. Like, do that in the stall.
That's a good point.
Especially on a first date, do not pull out a book of poop and look at a picture of your poop at the table.
Stop saying poop like it's like derogatory or something. Everyone does it. It's not weird.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your feces journal. Like, you don't do that on a date. That's not something you. That's something I would find out like a month or two in.
Hopefully not.
Do you know what I mean? It's rude, actually, to look at poop at a dinner table in a restaurant.
It's disgusting.
It's not rude or weird. It's just, I mean, you're telling me that you don't do it? Everyone does it.
I know people can see that. Like, other people at the next table were eating. They don't want to look over at your phone and see poop.
Seriously, Jason, it's gross when you walk into a public bathroom and there's somebody's number 2 just sitting in the toilet unflushed. Yeah. It's even more disgusting if you have pictures of it on your phone and you're sharing details about it.
Well, okay, agree to disagree, okay? But this is just how I live my life. And if you guys disagree with that, obviously you're unhealthy, uneducated. Stop laughing. It's not funny. I'm just trying to educate you on bowel movements, and keeping track of them is...
Thank you for the education. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, if you would listen, maybe you would actually learn something.
Oh!
Well, Lauren, would you like more of an education? Would you like to get a second date with Jason? We'll pay for it.
I really don't. I'll go talk to my doctor
let me answer
about
that
my
for
food.
No.
Okay.
I think I'm good, honestly.
Oh.
Find someone who actually cares about themselves and their body.
I actually feel kind of bad for poop shaming, Jason.
I don't.
Thank you, but seriously, Lauren, I recommend you start doing it. I'm speaking to you as a friend now. If you want to live a long life, it might help.
Okay, I'll talk to my doctor. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks for your time, Lauren.
Yeah, no problem.
And Jason, I think that maybe you and I should talk about an idea I have for a coffee table book, if you got time.
Gross! Oh my God, you're so gross!
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I bet that guy sends great holiday cards. Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Sick.
And we're talking about today's second date update. If you
man.
missed it, Jason wanted to call Laura. They went out on a date. They went to dinner. He wasn't getting a call back. And we found out the reason he wasn't getting a call back is because he's a picky eater.
Yeah.
And he told us that, but it's not necessarily because he's a picky eater. It's because during the date, he went to the bathroom and then he came back, pulled out a notebook, started looking at his phone and taking notes. And she wasn't sure what that was about. And she found out it was because he tracks every single one of his bowel movements. and writes it down in a little notebook because he likes to keep track. And he looks at a picture, takes a picture of it, and then describes the picture in his notebook as well. So she was kind of grossed out by that.
Kind of is an understatement. And I don't know what's worse, like that or the bad jokes that have unleashed on our text board. Since then, he turned into a party pooper at the end.
Hey, someone's a genius. They're like, this gave me a new app idea. My poo and you. Track your poo.
It's not a bad idea.
sure
I mean, you
there's
should look at it
already-
occasionally
You
to
guys,
make sure you're healthy.
I am sure there is already a poo tracker out there. Oh,
There's
for
gotta be.
I'm going to the App Store right now.
Jake, our digital guy, is shaking his head yes because he knows all things about the internet. So apparently he's
Or
already
he knows
downloaded it.
all things about poop.
Yeah, I think both.
Yeah.
Poopy Jake.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back. By the way, they decided not to go out on a second date. And he
shocking.
was judgy with everybody, saying that we didn't realize how important it is.
You know what?
to track your poop.
And there hasn't been one person texting in that wants to take him on a date.
No, I know. He'll find somebody, though.
Okay.
And they'll sit together and track their poo for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Moving 92.5.